How does a guy from Australia end up at Kentucky? How did that come about?
Um, well, I moved to Indiana about a year, about 9 months ago, 10 months ago, and Cal came to watch me play, and then the recruiting process kind of started, and I decided to reclassify around March, and we just went through that normal routine of getting recruited, and then I came to visit and liked it and committed really.
Now I heard some story that when you were in Indiana that you were playing and the weather was bad, maybe it was snow or something.
Yeah.
All these coaches were
Yep.
supposed to come, but Cal was the only
Cal
one.
was the only one that came. There was Duke, Kansas, all these big schools were supposed to come, and Cal was the only one that showed up. So
What was the weather like?
it was terrible. I think that's the worst. People were saying it's the worst storm they've ever seen, like in that area. So it was pretty bad.
How much did it snow? I mean, was it like a foot of snow or was
Oh, I can't even remember. It was probably maybe 3 or 4, maybe foot. Maybe. How big's a foot?
it's about as long as this microphone?
Maybe 2 or 3. Yeah, there was a lot of snow. Yeah.
So what did that make you think when the weather's like that and Cal shows up?
I mean, I was told he was the only one with the plane big enough to land. So, but I mean, it was at that point it became obvious that he was kind of serious about me, and it did have a subconscious effect on me. I may not have at the time thought, oh, he's the only one that came. That means he's really good and special. But I mean, I think in my head I definitely thought, like, if he has the time for people, so he kind of just gets stuff done in the end. So I mean, I think it was just an all-round
What other
perception.
schools did you have offers from?
Kind of everyone. Yeah, most schools, most top 20 schools. I just didn't really publicize any of it, so no one really knew about it. Yeah.
Why Kentucky then? What did they have that the others didn't have? Or
I think considering like my circumstances with reclassifying and stuff like that, I think it was just going to be the right kind of place to go in young and develop, and I think this was just the place to really, for me to grow, and in all aspects of life, basketball, off the court, academically. I think it was just all kind of perfect.
And as I understand it, because of your birthday, you're not eligible for the 16 NBA
Yeah,
draft.
so
You're 17.
Yeah.
Was that a factor at all?
I only found that out a few weeks ago, so it wasn't really a factor. But now that I know that, I think it's good for me because I'm now going to be situated somewhere for 2 years, as opposed to kind of moving around all the time. And I'll be able to get used to this place and really learn a lot more than I would in 1 year. I mean, who knows? I may not have been good enough in 1 year. So, but I mean, now I know that I'm going to be here for 2 years, and it's just going to, I don't know. Yeah, I'll just learn so much now. Yeah.
I've heard you described as Josh Harrelson, a type player. What does that mean anything to you, Josh Harrelson?
I've heard the reference, but I've never really seen any clips of him play. I've been meaning to get around to it, but I just haven't had the time really. It's kind of full on here. So, but I mean, when I get a free chance, I'm going to look him up and kind of see what everyone's going on about.
Do you have any sense at all as to what they're referring to when they say that? You have some resemblance to him, a physical
Really?
resemblance. Some.
I have absolutely no idea, like what. I just don't know really what.
Well,
Yeah.
how would you describe your game then? What sort of a player are you? I've never seen you play.
Yeah, I think a lot of my damage, or not damage, but a lot of my stuff happens inside the key in the paint. So I like to bang and I like to get a bit rough, and I'm very fundamental. And then I like to come out and shoot, put the ball on the floor. So I'm just excited to see how that kind of fundamental game goes in the SEC. So we'll see.
Yeah, I've heard people say, in fact, there was an ESPN guy that said the day before you committed that Kentucky needs more big guys, and then I guess it was just a coincidence. The next day you commit. Do you have a sense of what your role would be, or what Coach Cal wants you to do this coming season?
Cal makes it very clear that nothing's kind of given to us at all. So we're all in the same boat. We're all going to have to really work and produce in practice before our games to kind of to figure out who, I don't know, starts or who plays, or it'll all come. None of us really know.
How much you think going against Scal and Marcus Lee can only help you?
Yeah, everything good in that sense. I mean, it's just going to help me so much, and they're such good players, and so is everyone. I think just playing with everyone and having such great players around me is just all going to.
Is your family back in Australia?
Yeah.
Will they get to see you play?
Yeah, my mom's going to come over and watch me play a few times. Yeah.